Hi everyone, welcome to another session of training, and I hope you had all had a nice week. All right, today we're going to be looking at a very important concept, and it's going to actually challenge our learning of SAP S for HANA, especially with concentration in finance. And I've actually been doing a self-study into how SAP S/4HANA is compliant to international accounting standards or international financial reporting standards, or you know, um, basically standards in the accounting profession, right? And it's been an amazing discovery. So for this, training, we're going to be looking at how SAP S/4HANA is compliant to the International Accounting Standard, which is IAS, and International Financial Reporting Standard, which is FIRS. But so the focus is going to be IAS. Once in a while, we're going to be actually referring to IFRS, and hopefully we would go deep into as many IASs and IFRSs as we can. The essence of this class is to see how SAP S/4HANA is actually compliant to these standards, right? So we're going to be looking at the functionality in SAP S/4HANA that is compliant. We're going to be looking at those standards, briefly, just for those who do not have that foundation or that background in accounting. Would actually have to explain the IAS briefly, especially the key concepts. I mean, this is not an accounting class. This is not is a class to train us on standards, but we'll just briefly pick the basic standards, the basic objectives of those standards, and try to look at how SAP S/4HANA actually meets these requirements, right? So once again, it's your SAP FICO S/4HANA Finance consultant, Kelechi Kele, and we've been having this series of training. We'll look at as many IAS as we can. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please, the essence of this training is to share knowledge and improve, understanding. Whether you are a super user, an end user, a consultant, an expert, I believe that no knowledge is a waste. I believe after this session, you will have actually learned a little or more about how SAP S/4HANA is basically, or how everyone is in compliance with, best practice, especially within the accounting space, which would be in international accounting standards. The focus for this session will be on IAS 1. But before we get into IAS 1, we're actually going to do a review on what IAS is, and basically just look at the objectives. And in the next session, we're going to deep dive into IAS 1 and basically go through there's some of the functionalities in SAP S/4HANA that actually is in compliance or help to ensure that standards are actually met within organizations, right? So SAP S/4HANA, we'll see how SAP S/4HANA actually promotes these standards, how SAP S/4HANA helps companies to be compliant to these standards with its functionalities, right? So that's the essence of this class. So why not join me as we go deep into this? Like, you can remember to share. That's the essence of this. Please share the knowledge and like on any social media platform you actually find this video. So let's go in and actually see what this course is all about. Well, you can see my email. Of course, in case you want to reach me, you can reach me through my email address, and you can do me a WhatsApp on the phone number for training, support, or just to share more of what you think about my presentation. Thank you. All right, so basically, we're going to be looking at IAS, which is International Accounting Standards, and SAP S/4HANA, right? We're going to just look at this concept, look at how SAP S/4HANA has actually helped to, like I said, help companies to be compliant. How the functionalities in SAP S/4HANA has helped to improve fair reporting, has helped to improve, speed and accuracy in presenting financial statements for, companies, for users, and a lot of other functionalities like, consolidation and the rest, right? So what is SIAS? For those who are not within the finance space, this is very important for you to understand, this key concept, right? IAS means International Accounting Standards. And of course, very close to it is IFRS, which means International Financial Reporting Standards. So both of them are very important standards that those within the accounting profession adhere to in preparing financial statements, and of course in ensuring that financial statements that are prepared are fair, they're true, they're in compliance with best practice within the finance industry. Just like every profession, right? We have in project management, we have the PMBOK. In business analysis, we have the BABOK. In engineering, we have their rules. In medicine, we have the rules. So in every profession, there is a standard that guides their operations. There's a modus operandi that guides how they carry out their activities and how they relate with other users, basically. So just like other professions, the accounting profession has laws and standards that guides how accountants or anyone practicing accounting reports financial activities. So it mustn't be accountant basically, but I mean anyone who is practicing the profession or anyone who is carrying out one or two activities within the finance profession. These laws or these standards guides us in ensuring that our financial activities are well reported and well presented, right? And of course, being an accountant and also being a consultant in the SAP S/4HANA space, I found this information very, very, very much important to me and my career. All right. So SAP has also ensured that SAP S/4HANA is IAS and IFRS compliant through some basic functionalities like the parallel accounting, the accounting principles, the introduction of the universal journals, which you get to understand fully when if you go through some other videos I've shared, which would universal journals, which is a single source of truth, online transaction processing and online analytical processing, the compatibility and simplification views within the SAP S/4HANA system, the concept of business partners, reporting analytics. So these functionalities have ensured that to a large extent, SAP S/4HANA is indeed compliant with the requirements of IAS and IFRS, right? So we're going to actually, at the end, focus on each of those standards as much as we can, and basically see how SAP S/4HANA has actually helped to improve or help to, ensure compliance. These functionalities will be discussed later in this presentation. However, also, these functionalities ensure that companies across the globe can have a unified financial reporting structure. Of course, talking about the parallel accounting and the group reporting functionality, improve speed, right? So of course, in terms of entering day-to-day financial records and preparing and entering financial information from the ledgers to the business partner functionality to to SD, all these modules actually capture financial information. So SAP S1 has actually helped to ensure that there is speed and accuracy in how these informations are captured and fairness, right? I mean, fairness would mean that you keep, you're in compliance with the ensuring that your financial statement that is being reported is fair. Fairness would mean that you use some of the concepts like going concern, accurate concept, these are basic concepts that would also guarantee that your financial statement is fair. All right. So it guarantees fairness in financial reporting, when reporting financial operations and preparing financial statements for management and external users, right? So basically, SAP S/4HANA is I mean, it's a robust application that would, you can see that it's in sync with the objectives of IAS, right? And when we go deeper into this course, we're going to see how we're going to go deeper into IAS and try to see how these functionalities within SAP S/4HANA has helped to, ensure that companies are in compliance with the standards, right? Now, note that the focus for this presentation or paper will be on IS1, which is a presentation of financial statements. So why not? You can follow me on LinkedIn as we share and you get updated on more ISs that will follow suit, right? So basically, the essence of this first part of this video is to introduce you to what the concept of IS is and also introduce you to some of the functionalities within the SAP S/4HANA system that has helped to meet the objectives of IAS, and the focus for this session will be IAS 1. So in our next part of this video, we're going to go deep into IAS 1. So we're going to be looking at IAS 1, presentation of financial statements, and SAP S/4HANA Finance. So we're going to look at these two concepts a little bit more deeper. And why not? We're going to launch the SAP S/4HANA system, see how these functionalities have helped to improve the processes, and take it on from there. So for this first part, we're going to end here. Remember to like and share these information where you find them. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and stay tuned to the second part of this video. Thank you very much for listening. And the take home for this class is that indeed, SAP S/4HANA and IAS and of course IFRS basically the SAP S/4HANA is actually helping to enhance or helping to improve companies' compliance with these standards, right? So thank you very much for this time and stay tuned for the second part of this video.